This is a proof of concept video for a Tektronix Type 321 oscilloscope. I've got it plugged in here next to a 24-volt wall transformer. I've got the one lead tied to one side of the transformer and the ground tied to the other. I'm going to turn this on. We're going to get that illumination beacon coming on. It takes a few seconds for the internal circuitry to charge up. I've got the switch on the AC side and the volts setting to 20 volts per division with 1 second time scale. We're getting that waveform starting to slide up into the viewing area. And one thing I want to note is just an artifact of a camera. It looks like this thick part is sliding along the wave. That's not the case. In reality, the entire waveform is that thick green part, but it is flickering, similar to if you tried to take a picture or a video of a TV or a computer monitor screen. Kind of that same deal. Over here, we can play with some of the dials. We get the vertical position, which works as expected. Now, these two dials are intended to be used in conjunction with each other. We have focus. If you turn that all the way to the right clockwise, it thickens up a bit. Turn it back to the middle, it thins out. And all the way counterclockwise as it gets pretty fuzzy and fat. Turn it back to the middle. Similar with the astigmatism. All the way clockwise, it gets a little bit thicker. Back to the middle. And then all the way counterclockwise as it gets a bit fuzzy and shadowy. So we'll leave both those in the middle. On the right side, we have an intensity knob. All the way all the way clockwise, it gets a bit brighter. And then as we move it counterclockwise, it gets dimmer until about 40% the screen seems to go blank. So we'll put that back at a reasonable level. The scale illumination knob is referencing to the grid work. It's all the way counterclockwise, so those lines are dim and black now. I move that up. You start to get some illumination on that grid work. It's pretty faint. I'm going to turn it back down now, and you'll see them go back to black. Another knob is for the horizontal position, which works exactly as expected. Trying to show different angles of the screen. Now, going on the volts per division, right now it's set to about 20 for a 24-volt signal. Change that to 10, 5, 2, 1. And we've zoomed in so much that it looks like a perfectly flat or a vertical line. Turn it back to about 20. And this fine-tune knob works as well. Over here we have the time sweep. So we'll zoom out on that, and it gets more chaotic as we're becoming out of sync with the 60 hertz signal. So 60 times a second. 1 second divided by 60 is about 16 2/3 milliseconds. The fine tuning works as well. And then we can actually pull out this knob for 5 times magnification. I turn this back to 5 and then pull the knob out. I get something that approximates what we saw on the 1 setting. Turn this back to 1. Down here we have triggering. I can switch this to be positive or negative slope triggered, which just shifts, basically a phase shift on that sine wave. And then we do have a trigger dial. Turn it back all the way counterclockwise to the auto. So that's about it.